Good morning, everybody. This is just a quick one, and I'm going to read to you an excerpt from a teaching by Pema Chodron, and it's called Birth and Death in Every Moment. She says, "Recently I started doing a practice that has helped me deepen my own relationship with death. It came out of a conversation I had with Anam Thubten Rinpoche. This morning I was with my friend," he told me. "We were in an art store buying brushes, ink, and paper so we could do calligraphy together. Now that memory is like a past lifetime. It's over forever and will never happen like that again. It came into being, lasted a while, and then was finished, never to return. And now I'm here with you. We're talking, there's this table between us. There are pictures on the wall, and we're in this space together. Then this experience will be over. It'll be another memory. It'll pass away and never be the same again. And you and I both will be in another lifetime. This morning was like a past lifetime. Our conversation now will soon be another past lifetime. And then there'll be another lifetime after that. Things are continuously being born and ceasing, and it will keep going like that in a continuous flow for all of eternity. We usually think of birth and death in terms of the whole cycle this body goes through, which can take place over many decades. But every day we go through continual cycles of birth and death. Every event of our lives has a beginning, a middle, and an end. First it comes into being, it is born, then it ends, it dies. And in between these births and deaths there are many smaller moments with their own births and deaths. Every day is made of countless moments, and each of these precious moments ends and becomes a past lifetime. I took what Anam Thubten told me and decided to try it out as a practice. I think of this as an exercise in recognizing birth and death in every moment. I've also recommended this to many people, and the feedback I've received suggests that many who do this practice will eventually lose their fear of death. It makes death become so familiar that it stops feeling threatening. The practice is very simple. Recollect an event or a moment from yesterday or earlier today. Contemplate how it is gone forever, like a past lifetime. Just keep doing this over and over. Do it whenever you think of it. When you wake up in the morning, when you can't sleep at night, just whenever it occurs to you. If you keep up with this practice regularly, if you keep it current, you'll begin to get the feeling of stepping into the flow of impermanence. You'll experience directly how nothing exists in a fixed way. Birth and death, birth and death. They keep going on, continually and eternally. As we become more accustomed to this flow, we start seeing things in a fresh way. We notice the uniqueness of each moment. Say you're sitting somewhere with this book right now. There are sounds and smells, some natural, some unnatural. The light and the air have their own fleeting and subtle qualities. Your body is going through many sensations: heat, cold, tightness, relaxation, and so forth. Each moment is like its own vignette, and each vignette fades into the past, never to return. In all these experiences there appears to be someone who experiences them. This is you, the person who has your name. But as you contemplate birth and death in every moment, you start to realize that you and I have no fixed identities. This morning's breakfast, last night's phone call, yesterday's errand, every vignette you have lived through is experienced by you, but that you keeps changing. The main character in one scene goes away to be replaced by the main character of the next scene. It is a different you in every scene. Even the you that began reading this chapter is no longer here. You and I are continually dissolving and regrouping, continually experiencing death and rebirth. Thich Nhat Hanh, who has such a poetic way of putting things, talks about how our body is like a river. All the cells are like drops of water that are continually bubbling up and disappearing. And our minds, with all their ephemeral perceptions, thoughts, and feelings, are exactly the same way. We may identify with our values or our opinions or our personality, but these are all continuously changing. There is no aspect of me or you that doesn't undergo a continual flow of birth and death. This will gradually dawn on us as we keep experimenting with this practice. As you get more familiar with birth and death in every moment, you will discover other benefits. You will have the insight that there are continual and endless opportunities to have a fresh start. In each new moment, one lifetime ends and another begins. This means you always have another chance. You can never be stuck. For instance, something comes up and your habitual reaction is to feel insecure. Then you think, I'm insecure. I'm an insecure person. That's who I am. But an hour later, you're not having that experience of insecurity. It's as if you're no longer the same insecure person. That moment has died and is part of a past lifetime. So has the person who experienced that moment of insecurity. Now you have another chance. And if you again revert to feeling insecure, you have another chance. And another chance after that. You can do the same habitual thing umpteen times, and you can even blow it completely. But there's no end to the number of fresh starts you get. There's no fixed you doomed to stay in the same rut forever. In this way, the death that happens every moment is a great blessing.